July 2025 is gonna be super fantastic, and that's on everyone's soul. Like, it's gonna be a crazy month for us superhero fans. We're talking a new Superman movie directed by James Gunn, and the MCU is dropping the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, both dropping 2 weeks apart, and I might start shedding tears of joy or crying in disappointment after watching both movies. But one thing is for sure is that my ass is gonna be broke. My deadass have to start living off straight salt water for the next few days. But hey, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make because this is my Barbieheimer. But starting with the DCU, so I don't know if y'all have seen the Superman trailer, but it's peak, and everything we've seen so far in the trailer is amazing. Lex Luthor bald head, this jolly ass nigga looking like life is all about sunshine and butterflies. The fight scenes looks like they finna go crazy, and I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like the Temu version of the Juggernaut with jetpack. I heard people spectating that it's Mr. Terrific in a Lex suit, but we'll see. And I wanna know who the fuck got Mr. Terrific on the floor like this. Like, my brother, get up. The color also looks amazing. We also see Rick from Creature Commando, and I ain't gonna lie, this part Loki had me feeling some type of way because why the fuck is Lois pressing Superman for saving people? And this nigga Superman got pissed off because he just found that he can only save people in the United States, and they got Superman order farming. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't cheesing right now ear to ear. I also saw people on X saying the CGI was bad, but if you ask me, I think the CGI looks really good, and trust me, I know what bad CGI looks like. But be them Snyder fans that be on that hating shit, and most of them just be hating just to hate, making up dumb reasons just to hate on the movie, and comparing James Gunn version versus the Snyderverse. And I think the difference between these two shots says so much. And to all this comparison, I saw this TikToker that goes by Steez explain it perfectly, the difference between Gunn's version and the Snyderverse.
On one hand, you have Superman in battle, clearly hurt, being helped up by an ordinary civilian. On the other hand, you have Superman being above everyone else, being portrayed as a god. This is not who Superman is supposed to be. He is not supposed to be a god amongst men. Instead, he is supposed to be the people's champion. Every ideal version of Superman never sees himself above anyone else. He just sees himself as a person who wants to do the right thing. And this shot of Superman being helped up by an ordinary civilian reminds me of this scene from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, where Spider-Man is helped by all of the New Yorkers that he saved on this train. Both of these scenes show exactly what the characters stand for. They stand for and with the people.
So we all know by now that the DCU is pretty much getting carried by Batman. Like, they got bangers on bangers on bangers on bangers of Batman movies. And shit, I ain't complaining. Keep them good shit coming. But that's the thing. The whole DCU does not include Batman and Batman only. You got the Justice League, Teen Titans, Bat Family, Speed Stars, Lanterns Corps, Justice Society, and maybe more. But the problem is most of the DC movies that isn't Batman are trash, making it hard for people to care about characters that isn't Batman, and harder on investors to make back their money. That's why we usually don't see DC characters besides Batman. And to be honest, I don't even blame them because I'll be in shambles if I was one of the people who invested money into the 2011 Green Lantern movie. The movie was so trash, Zack Snyder was not trying to include Hal Jordan into the Justice League. Instead, we got this ugly ass nigga for a Green Lantern that instantly got put down by Darkseid, and they made a whole animation specifically to clown on Hal Jordan. And this is the thing I don't get. How does a man whose power is his own imagination gets done like this? You're trash. And don't get me started with The Flash. When this movie first came out, I was happy to go to movie theaters to see my Batgoat again. But I'm sorry, I couldn't take this movie seriously because they had me watching Lord Farquaad play as The Flash. The CGI in this movie was also questionable. And did everyone forget the fact that bro was a real life villain? Bro was dead as terrorizing innocent civilians, making it harder for the movie to do well. And I'm honestly surprised The Flash did not get the Snow White treatment. So when James Gunn decided to step in back in 2023 to save DC from only making successful Batman movies and started announcing projects that most DC fans were excited to see, it had me geeked. And so for Creature Commando being the first one to release was actually good, and Superman being the true star of the DCU is coming out this July, being written by James Gunn, and the story inspired by All-Star Superman. And I ain't even gonna lie, James Gunn seems to be cooking here because I see the vision. From what we've seen so far from the trailer, sneak peeks, and behind the scene, puts a smile on my face. And I know there are some people out there hating on the trailer and wants the movie to fail, but I have faith that this movie will be DC's best movie.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
As James Gunn said, the new Superman movie will take inspiration from All-Star Superman. And even though I haven't read the comics, I have watched the animation. And if James Gunn can cook and create that relationship between Superman and Lex, ooh, this movie could be peak. And before all you Snyder fans starts cooking me in the comments, his version of Superman had its moments. The aura, insane. The action, crazy. The suit, clean. Henry Calvin, bro looks like he was actually born to be Superman. But let's be real, this version of Superman was cool, but not Superman. Like, bro had doubts on being Superman at first, and even when he chose to become Superman, it wasn't the Superman we all know and love. And the reason I say that is because this version of a Superman is a killer. Hold on, let me explain myself. First of all, look at his eyes. I know demons with eyes like those. And with the Zod situation, I get it. Bro had no choice. It was either Zod or the civilians. But in this scene, when Lois was taken as prisoner, look at what he did to this man. Bro, that nigga is dead. And we all know that Superman could have stopped the bullet before he even left the chamber and put his ass in chains before he even realized it. And please don't give me that BS that bro is still alive. Yeah, alive with 1,000 broken bones and a non-functional brain. And even though Man of Steel was goated, the whole movie was like, the world hates me. Should I even save these people? It's like, dang bro, I just want you to put a smile on millions of people's faces out there. Maybe help a cat out the tree or something. Just be Superman. Now contrast that with the new Superman. And even though we haven't seen the movie and don't really know anything about it besides the trailers and the fact that it's inspired by All-Star Superman, which that alone should tell you that this will be a Superman that will put a smile on my black ass face. I hope this movie is so peak that people come out the theaters trying to be a good person just like Superman. Kinda like how people were like after watching the Batman, all trying to be mysterious and shit. But with that being said, the new version of DC James Gunn has envisioned really counts on this movie. And now it's time for things to get fantastic. And before anything, can we please talk about how Silver Surfer is not only the coldest motherfucker out there, but one of the goats of horror farming. Because everything he does is just too smooth. The way he pulls up on your girl, smooth. The way he stops the missile, smooth. The way he goes through walls, smooth. The way he aura farms, smooth. The way he beats your ass, smooth. The way he bows, smooth. And even the way he stands up, smooth.
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
The Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family, and the trailer for it really got me hyped up. We get to see Galactus walking through New York City. And speaking of which, New York gotta be the worst place to live in the Marvel universe. It don't matter if you live in the past or the present. There's always some world-destroying guy in New York City. And the worst part of it is that rent is always expensive. Like, how you finna charge me $3K a month for a shoebox? But when I look to the left out the window, I see this motherfucker Doom blowing up shit. And when I look to the right in my kitchen, I see this motherfucker Jerry stealing my food. And when the month is over, my landlord dad is gonna look at me in my face and up the price in rent. After this dumbass nigga the Hulk destroyed my car because he mad at someone else. Man, I'm leaving New York City, bruh. There ain't shit there but fucking rest and fucking trifling ass niggas. But back to the Fantastic Four, and we see a female Silver Surfer. And my only hope is that she can live up to my niggas level of aura. The movie is reported to lead into a secret war. And my guess is that Galactus is gonna do something crazy, meaning the Fantastic Four lost. Then he's somehow gonna work with Dr. Doom, but Doom betrays him. And now the Thunderbolts are gonna have to stop Dr. Doom, and they win with bullets. And I know Marvel has been dropping mid for a minute now, besides Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is really good. But if this Fantastic Four movie land, we might be witnessing the next start of the Infinity Saga level run. And trust me, I'll be there in the theater to see both the MCU and the DC both cooking in the same month, because it's gonna be super fantastic.